You know what I mean? So, does anybody know what happened on April 4th, 1968? It's a date. It's a date. When I say it, y'all gonna say, "Oh, nobody knows off the top of their head." You said history class, man. What? Man, tell y'all. Martin Luther King Jr. Y'all know who that is, right? He got killed 4/4/1968. Now that was a leader, right? Martin Luther King used to teach, basically turn the other cheek, right? Some people think, oh, you'll win. Somebody slap you, gonna turn the other cheek, you'll win, right? But what y'all missing, what a lot of people don't look at, it takes a lot of patience and discipline and strength to do that. It takes a lot more energy to not hit that person back than it takes to hit them. You know what I mean? First thing you think is, somebody hit me, I'm hit him back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you that's what you have to do. But as a leader, you have to think. Sometimes you have to take an extra step. So for Martin Luther King to be able to do that and then show it to millions and thousands of people, that's what made him a leader. So you always got to take an extra step. Y'all understand that? Another thing I want to touch on is discipline. I know y'all know. I know y'all know who Mike Tyson is, right? Everybody know Mike Tyson. On what day was it? November 22nd, 1986. He was 20 years old. He became the world champion in boxing. World champion. The whole world. So that means no boxer on earth could beat Mike Tyson. 20 years old. I'm 21. He was a year younger than me. And he was knocking out grown men. He did everything and anything he wanted, right? But I guarantee you to get there was never a day that he didn't go run. There was never a day that he didn't work out. I don't know if y'all has anybody seen the documentary called Tyson? You seen it? You seen some of it? I'm gonna tell y'all, all y'all should go watch that. I watched that DVD for a whole month straight, every night before I went to sleep during my last semester. Before I graduated, she's smiling because she know. I watched it every night before I went to sleep. The Tyson documentary. And the crazy thing about Tyson, everybody thinks, oh, Tyson is crazy. Everybody thinks, oh, he bit Holyfield's ear. Oh, he a maniac. Yeah, he did some crazy stuff. He said some crazy stuff. But if you look at him as an athlete and away from the person and the personality that the media said was negative, Mike Tyson was like a robot. Customato was his trainer. Anything Customato said, he did. Now, I'm not saying anything your coach says that y'all have to do, but you have to understand, at the end of the day, the coach wants to win games, right? Y'all want to win championships. Most likely, I just talked to your coach, he said he's been doing it for 30 years. So he knows maybe a little bit more than y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might know a lot. He knows a little bit more. So for Customato to tell Mike Tyson, hey, yo, you need to do this many sit-ups, this many push-ups, you need to run this much every day. And for him to do it, and then when he turns 20, he becomes a champion of the world, like stuff like that doesn't just happen overnight. So if y'all want to win that championship this upcoming year, there's gonna be plenty of nights after today where y'all gonna have to do an extra sit-up before you go to sleep, extra push-up. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna have to listen a little bit more than you used to listen because the coach told me that y'all lost a gang of seniors, and with seniors, you lose leadership. Whether you know it or not, there might be a senior that was sorry. Because I know there's always seniors that's like, they play every level, they get to varsity, nobody likes them, everybody thinks they're sorry, but the only reason they stay on the team is because of the coach. Understood that they worked hard. So if be a senior talking to a freshman, freshman might be nicest freshman in the nation. He don't want to listen to that senior because the senior sucks. But the senior been there for 4 years, so he's doing something right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the leadership y'all lose. So if y'all lost 30 seniors, y'all lost a lot of leadership. So now you're gonna see leaders being built. You're gonna see leaders being built. And you have to be on the same page with them and stay disciplined and keep working if y'all want that second championship. You know what I'm saying? When I was a junior, my coach told me specifically, hey, don't shoot. I couldn't shoot. He told me, don't shoot. Just pass, play defense, right? That's like that's like a wide receiver. You start a wide receiver, never catch the ball. Huh? Never catch it. They throw it to you, catch it and just lay down. You know what I'm saying? How would you feel your coach tell you that? You would think another coach like you crazy. My coach told me don't shoot. So from junior year to my senior year, that summer, I was at the park every night. My dad would work at the post office till like 6 or 7. And every night we at the park. I used to run 2 miles. I used to shoot till the lights went out. We get there at 8, lights went out at 10. I I shoot till the lights went out. I would run. When I get home, still wasn't done. I'm on the dumbbells, everything. Me and my dad working out every day of that summer. When I came back, I was a totally different person. Now my boys was working in the summertime too, but I was doing extra. So we had practice. We go to practice. I go to practice. I do everything they did. But then when the nighttime came, I'll be up doing my own workout. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the discipline comes. Y'all got to do the same stuff. Some of y'all might not want to, but I'm telling you to take you way further than if you don't do it. And then another thing I want to touch on is persistence. I know y'all seen, or maybe I haven't. Have y'all seen Rudy? Who hasn't seen Rudy? You haven't seen it? You haven't seen it? 4 people. All right, look, let me tell you about Rudy. Rudy, short story. Rudy was a little kid. He grew up near University of Notre Dame, right? Y'all know that was a powerhouse school. He wanted to play there. He was always a small dude, always a sorry dude. His brother was like this, something, I don't know, his brother accomplished some stuff, and his dad was so proud of his brother, but never really cared about Rudy. Rudy always tell him, Pops, I'm gonna go play. He used to sit right in front of the TV. This TV, he sit right in front of the TV, watch the game. Watch the Notre Dame game. They'd be like, Rudy, man, why are you so close to the TV? Why you think you're gonna play at Notre Dame? You never play there. Daddy's telling that, coach is telling that, teammates, brother, you never play at Notre Dame. So long story short, he gets to Notre Dame. He gets a chance to walk on. But to even get that chance, he was literally chasing the coach, running with the team. Coach, can I talk to you? Can I walk on? Coach looking at him like, little dude, like, little boy, man, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't try out for my team. But he was persistent. He kept going. Coach was like, all right, we got to try out. You got to try out. So Rudy get out there. He about this big. He getting smashed every play. Left, right, bleeding. Never stop. That's what persistence is. Never stop. Finally got a spot on the team. And everybody on the team, there was people telling him, yo, Rudy, what are you doing, man? Why you go so hard? And he's looking like, what you mean? They say, you going too hard. Coach make us go harder. And Rudy thinking, that's what you're supposed to do. But the rest of the team is like, we already talented. We good. We don't want to work that. We don't want to run that extra mile. We don't want to do that extra up and down. You know what I'm saying? But Rudy made the team, and he actually got to play like one play of the game. But the funny thing about that is, some people go that far, and then they get mad when they don't get to play. But Rudy was really on the team just for spirit. Rudy was a leader, and I don't even think he knew it. He'd be out there every day, late. He'd be up early, talking to the coach, looking over plays, and he was never that talented, but he was always persistent. This dude I know, he told me, persistence always outweighs resistance. So people always gonna tell you, oh, no, you can't do this, you can't do this. But if you keep going, eventually they gotta fold. And it happens. Y'all understand that? Like, persistence always gonna outweigh resistance. And now I'm thinking about you. You said you got 2.1, and I made grades, and that's my goal. I'm gonna tell y'all a story that I tell almost everybody I get to talk to that plays sport. I had a cousin named John Barnett Jr. Y'all want to look him up. We're the same age. He's 3 months older than me, right? Raised basically by the same family. Obviously, we had two different sets of parents, but we had the same morals. 7th grade, going into 8th grade, he failed his history class. He needed you as a tutor, but you weren't there. So he failed his history class, right? And I told him, me and my other cousin both played basketball. He played basketball too, but we weren't as talented as him. This dude, actually, his dad used to play for like, I don't know, some professional football team, and he tried out for the Oilers. He made like the first year when he got cut. Whenever New Orleans. I think that's right. Y'all remember Oilers? Any of y'all remember Oilers?
Houston.
It was the Tennessee Oilers, and then it became the Titans, right?
Houston
Oilers. We on the same page? All right, so he tried out for them, he got cut. So his son got all that athleticism, failed history, going to the 8th grade, and we told him, we said, look, I'll never forget this conversation. I said, hey, yo, you failed history. History's not that hard. It's really not that hard in junior high school. All you got to do is pass it. Just get a C. That's what I told you. Just get a C. I'm not going to tell you to get an A. I'm not going to tell you got to get a B. Just pass the class. That's all you got to do, right? Pass the class. You know what he told me? Man, it's cool. I'm not tripping when I go to high school. As long as I'm good, I'm going to get a scholarship. That's what he said. All right? So me and my cousin, we laughing. We know how it is. You're not gonna get a scholarship if you ain't got no grades, right? We tell him this. And he's super good, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? He's super good. You want to listen. Ninth grade comes, 10th grade comes. He played, I think, his freshman year, sophomore, junior, 12th grade, he played varsity, right? So his senior year in high school, he went to LA. He went to school at Lakewood High School. He was starting, heavily scouted by Cal, right? So Cal used to get all the games. Preseason starts. He played, I think, 3 games and then messed his ankle up, right? He was out for 5 weeks on his ankle injury, right? I've still been telling him the same thing. Get your grades together. Get C's and B's. You ain't got to be a straight A student. But just do good in your classes. You'll be good. You'll go to Cal. He tell me the same thing. Nah, man, I'm good. I'm the nicest on the team. I'm the nicest on the field. That's how he talk. Nobody can stop me. He's always tell me that. He was a leader on the team. I'm back to you, Mr. Leader. He was a leader on the team, but never did extra. You know what I'm saying? His dad always had to pull him by the ear. Let's go running. It was never him. He was like total opposites of me. He never wanted to do extra because he was so talented. So he'd be the leader. He didn't know. He'd tell me, oh, they can't stop me, Rodve. I hit the hole. I'm bouncing off people. I'm so strong. But it was like he was working, but he wasn't working as hard as he could have, right? So when he gets his 5 weeks come up, he gets the ball back. He's playing running back. He led the whole league, the whole area, in rushing yards. Finished in first place, rushing yards. And he only played half the season. Now that's pretty good, right? You play half the season, you lead all the rushers. Everybody else played 10 games, he played 5. He leading everybody, right? Cal tell him, they call him. Yeah, man, so your grade's not high enough. We got 4 scholarships, 4 years, Cal Berkeley. I'm going to San Jose State, I get accepted, no scholarship, but I get accepted. He tell me, Rodve, we're going to be out there, man. I'm going to be in Berkeley, you're going to be in San Jose, you got to party, you got to all that. Cal tell him, yeah, man, your grade's not high enough, so you got to take the SAT. He take the SAT. SAT smash him. What happened to your scholarship? Oh, man, my SAT wasn't high enough, so I'm going to go to JC. He's going to go to JC for 2 years. I mean, that's not bad. Some people go to the league for JC. What'd he do? He never worked hard, right? He started BSing, getting caught up with the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Wrong people, hang with the wrong people, doing the wrong stuff, end up going to jail. Get out of jail, still think he got a shot. Very optimistic, still think he got a chance. You do have a chance. But if you're not going to work hard, you ain't got no shot. He come back, he work a little bit, still kicking with the same people. Now me on the other hand, I'm never kicking it with the wrong people. I know them, I keep it cordial. Oh, what's up? I know all the gangbangers. I went to school with all the gangbangers. I went to school with all the drug dealers. Everybody that was fighting on campus, beating up people in the locker room. I knew them all. But I was never with them. You know what I'm saying? Because that was me. They knew who I was. It's like I'm talking to y'all, I can raise my voice. Y'all can feel the energy. They always knew they knew my character. I tell them straight up. Like, Rodve, you want to go do this? Nah, I'm good. And it's funny because I can't remember anybody ever saying, oh, you a punk. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you a pussy. You ain't coming with us? Because they knew I was just that strong in my mind. Nah, I'm good. I look them straight in the eyes. You want to do this? You want to do that? Nah, I'm good. You want to smoke? Nah, I don't smoke. You want to drink? Nah, I don't drink. And they be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's cool. And they just keep going about their business. But my cousin was never that way. He'd be with his homies, chilling, whatever. They be smoking. He wouldn't be smoking, but he'd be playing in the background. What happened this time? He just got out of jail. He had a gun in his car. Wasn't his gun. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't his gun. It was his homie's gun. Who go to jail though? Who car is it? It's John Barnett's car. Who's going to jail? John Barnett. Where your homies at? Your homies at the house, chilling, feet up, kicking, probably smoking. He in jail. How you gonna go to the NFL? You in jail? You see somebody go to the NFL from jail? You can't. Michael Vick had to get out and then go. You know what I'm saying? You got to get outside the bar, then you can go. And he did this. And to this day, 4 years out of high school, in the back of his head, he still think he gonna make it. He still think he got a shot, but he doesn't have a shot. So this man went from having a full ride to Berkeley to having nothing. And it all started with leadership, he let it slip. Discipline, he let it slip. Persistence, he let it slip. So those are the 3 things y'all gotta work on. Leadership. If you want to be a leader, that's fine. If you're not a leader, that doesn't necessarily make you a follower. it can just make you a role player. My senior year of high school, we had 3 stars on the team. I was not one of them. But what I did, like Rondo, Rajon Rondo for the Boston Celtics in the NBA, he had his 3 stars. He would just get on the ball and play defense and make sure they handled their business. That's what I did. I was a role player, but I was also a leader too. I wasn't the best on the team, but I was always the smartest and I was always the most outspoken. If it wasn't for me, those 3 stars, they wouldn't have been who they were. It was plenty of times where I had to punch my big man. 6'10" white boy, swear to God. I can't even touch the top of this 6'10" dude head. 2 6'10" white boys, as we call them Twin Towers, was on my team. I punched one of them one time because he was acting like a little woman. I punched him in the chest. I didn't try to knock him out, nah. But I had to make him toughen up because I was going to get another championship. I told my mom and dad, I'm not buying a senior ring because I'm going to win the championship ring. So you don't have to worry about buying a senior ring because this is my senior ring right here. You know what I'm saying? And that was long before the season started. I told him. And I had to punch him. But sometimes you got to be that leader. He didn't take it like, oh my God. He was like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? But I was the leader, and I could do that. And Coach would know. When I walked in, Coach already knew. If Rodve got something to say, everybody better be quiet. Little to do, but I swear to God, I'm not trying to pump myself up. I had the biggest heart, just like Rudy. I had the biggest heart. Couldn't nobody take that from me. Nobody on the campus, nobody in the world. So that's how each one of y'all have to be. Each one of y'all. You got to figure out what your strengths are in life, whatever it is, and then you got to build your confidence. You got to make your self-esteem bulletproof. You can't let other people get to you to where it stops you from doing what you want to do. It stops you from accomplishing your goals. You understand what I'm saying? So if your goal was to make grades, I swear I'm happy that you made grades. But now your next goal got to be to get to a 2.5. You got to keep going. Because I promise you, you'll realize, like, especially for you, you're a minority. I can tell you're not white. I'm looking at you. You're not white, right? We in the same boat. You're not white. I'm not white, right? For a minority, it is harder for you. No. I'm not trying to call them out. Yeah, look. This is what y'all got to understand. In high school, I transferred from 2 different schools. I went to a majority minority school. Cambodians, Tongans, Samoans, blacks, Mexicans, and a small population of white folks, right? Caucasian. First 2 years of high school. My last 2 years, all whites, right? So when I get to the campus, they're already looking at me. I had braids too. They're thinking, you on the wrong campus. That's what they were thinking. Yo, you on the wrong campus. That's what they were thinking when I first got there. Parents, Vince heard me talking. Parents was looking at me like, oh, he's talented. Yeah, he's black. He plays basketball, but he's probably as stupid as a rock. And then as soon as the season started, they see my grades. I promise you, them same parents. Hey man, little Tommy needs a tutor. You want to tutor him? I ain't got time to tutor Tommy. I gotta handle my business. So you can adjust and you can change to what people see you as a stereotype, right? But I forgot what I was telling you. Oh yeah, okay, that's what I was telling you. Here we go. Education. Me with a degree, I'm proud of myself. I have business cards. I'm cool. Yeah. In the business world, you gotta have business cards. I just made some like 2 weeks ago. If you have a degree, you have that paper. I mean, y'all heard Kanye's first album, College Dropout. What you talking about? You gotta have the little paper, all that. If you have a degree, people have to listen to you. You might not learn that until you get a degree, but they have to listen. People see me, they thinking, who is this? He probably smoke weed and sag his pants and listen to that goddamn hip-hop music. And I mean, I listen to hip-hop. I sag on occasion. But I don't smoke and I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ignorant. As soon as they find out my background,